Trump, although he's in many ways a very interesting person, highly unusual and so on and so forth, but God has blessed him in many, many ways. But at the same time, God looks at Trump and he has to clean him up. And I mentioned before many times, Trump is that person that is destined to lead America. So just like God has to clean up America when they have to be cleaned up, be atoned, he has to do the same thing to Trump. You see, now there is something that Trump says, which is famous: make America great again. That's a tremendous mistake. Why? Of course you want security and wealth and prosperity for America. There's no question about that. And that's fine. That's great. And so on. But that's not what's on the agenda of God. God is not interested in wealth. He determines who is wealthy. He determines who prospers, right? And who is successful. That's not what he wants. What he wants is good and not evil. What he wants is what? Is the concept of righteousness. That's what he wants. How man acts to man. That's what God is interested in. You see that all over the Torah. You see, he wants holiness. He wants you to be not only dignified and, have a great civilization. He wants you to be what? A righteous person, where you will love your neighbor. You see, where you will respect all people and be fair and just and honest. That's what he wants. Make America great again doesn't really sound like that, does it? And it's wrong. The mission of America, which is why America was founded in the first place, which I've just said, is to remove evil from the world, right? Now you understand why all the nations are afraid of Trump, because that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to stand up to all of them: Iran, China, North Korea, and Russia, right? And they will all be frightened of him, you see, because that's the power of Esav doing good. That's what he wants, you see. But make America great again, what Trump has to understand, that's not what God wants. In fact, Trump has to understand this. He has to reason this. Wait a minute. And he does. Not totally. It'd be interesting to tell him this. Listen, God saved you, not by a miracle, by an open miracle. I mean, everybody sees that. It's just unbelievable. Even the biggest atheist has to say, wow, that's unbelievable to move your head a quarter of an inch right before the bullet strikes your head and would have split your head in two, right? That's absolutely incredible. You see, even they begin to understand that God is in charge. This is not normal. But he has to reason and says, wait a minute. If God saved me, he himself, and Trump did say that, only God saved me. He actually did say that. Great. But then what about the next question? Why? Why did God save me? And why did he do it as an open miracle? Right? Which is, there's no doubt of what he did. And he has to come to the answer. Because maybe I have a divine mission that he wants. What is that mission? Is it to make America great? Well, I'm sure it is to a certain extent. But is that really what he wants? That everybody should be prosperous and make a ton of money? No. God is not concerned with wealth, because he's the one who gives you the money altogether. Not a problem of him, of his. You see, what God wants is character. He wants righteousness, and he wants holiness. So therefore, maybe I have a divine mission. Now you understand why God did it openly, right? Because like this, you cannot reason that way. But if you know that God openly saved you with an unbelievable miracle, and this was, it's called a Nes Nigla, then your next conclusion is maybe, therefore, he did it for a reason, right? What is that reason? Well, what is God interested in, you see? You just have to look at the Torah, what God says all the time. Righteousness is what I want. You should pursue. Kedoshim tiyu, holiness. Therefore, what Trump now has to do, right, is the concept of what? Is that America now has to become justice.
Shama shir shir chadai